Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we began exploring the different tombs here on the surface of Korriban in order to find any relics or artifacts that might persuade Master Uthar to declare us the winner of the prestige race. And things are going pretty well. I got the impression we need one, maybe two more acts, prestigious acts completed in order to gain his favor. And we are now in the tomb of Ajutta Paul, looking to actually get whatever's in this location. We have learned that these walls are made of a certain substance which is vulnerable to flame. However, I haven't been able to figure out how to actually destroy them. I'm not allowed to target my own mines. So, what I think we are supposed to do, however, is something similar to what we did with the... with the Krayt Dragon. We're supposed to, I think, place the mines in the obelisk. This obelisk blocks your path. It doesn't look stable, so it could be destroyed. Oh, okay. So I was under the impression I might be able to put something in the obelisk, but it looks like I can't. Let's see if we can destroy maybe this one? No. Uh-oh! Is this bugged? Oh, wow! Okay, I can't interact with anything that's here. Wait, what the heck's happening? Why aren't my keys working? What's going on? Okay. I think the game is bugged. At this point, can I search the Sith corpse at least? Oh, interesting. Okay, so my game is now glitched. And I can't interact with any of the objects here. And I can't even hit escape. Let's see if loading a prior save will get me around this. Oh my goodness! I've got nothing! I seem to be running into some trouble with Star Wars The Old Republic, everyone. Let me see if I can fix this. Alright, everyone. It's fixed. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me what just happened. So, I couldn't actually get any more progress in the game from that save slot, so I reloaded an earlier one. The Sith corpse over here has a sonic grenade on him. And apparently, the sonic grenade is going to be treated as a thermal detonator here. Because this was the only sonic grenade I had. And this is really strange, but it lets me make progress in the game. A sonic grenade is not a thermal detonator. I think we sold most of ours, and the only one we have left is, I think, in the Ebon Hawk. In any case, we can make some more progress. So let's destroy the pillar with a thermal detonator. Okay, so let's... I guess we'll just use destroy droids.
Yeah.
Mission, let's move you over here. And I think that's right, you have an ion rifle, so I think you're probably going to be extremely efficient at destroying these bots, so we'll have you do that. Taris, I want you to scatter over here.
Yes?
John needs a little bit of help, it looks like.
This is what I live for.
Alright, well done everyone. That wasn't so bad. Looks like the ancient droids were probably a little too ancient. And we can't open that gate. Alright, not bad. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm going to actually leave the bug in the game in the hopes that maybe someone else will see it and discover how to get past it. That was really weird. Oh, man. This place has the feel of the Anachronox ruins to me. Below, well, Anachronox, the city. The pillars, the flying creatures, the fact it's a ancient ruin or cave system. And these pillars remind me of Torok. All the jumping I would have had to have done in this area in order to get to the next teleporter. Man, haven't played the first Torok in an age now. I think they've modded it now to be playable on modern computers. Oh. What did that do? Did that lower the other... Did it allow us to open this? Nope. Okay. So a lever. We pulled the lever. Nothing happened. I wonder if... Oh, well, maybe it actually opened this door for us. So let's proceed onward.
What?
And it didn't.
Gotcha. Simple.
Thank you, Mission. Sure. Mission, we need you again. We got some mines ahead.
Huh?
So how's everyone doing? I'm supposed to talk about some random stuff as I'm playing this game. We should focus on the ruins here. So we just found an active flash mine on the other side of the bridge. That makes me think that... Well, no one's been here in quite some time. And the flash mine, all that does is stun you. That doesn't hurt you. A bit odd to have a trap that only incapacitates after a trap that's supposed to prevent and or kill you from trying to bypass it. And we have found the tomb. This place has been disturbed. And there's a corpse here. I doubt this is of Ajita Paul himself. 450 credits and a retinal combat implant. That's the immune to critical hits one, if I recall correctly. A Sith statue. You look like you're supposed to hold an orb of some kind in your hand. And now I'm thinking of another video game called Warlock. My God. Man, I loved that game. That was a platformer for the Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64. Man, so long ago. I think it was based after a movie, but I never watched the movie Warlock, so I couldn't tell you more about it. Let's stop getting distracted and open the tomb door. Okay, well, it feels like there should be more to this room. A notched steel sword, a silver-lined sword, and a vibro sword.
Too long in the cold and the dark. I am disturbed again. A human. A Jedi here? Why have you come to this dark place, Jedi? Why disturb my sleepless rest?
Are you Ajunta Paul?
I had a name once. Ajunta Paul. Yes, that was my name. I was one of many. We were servants of the dark side. Sith Lords, we called ourselves. So proud. In the end, we were not so proud. We hid from those we had betrayed. We fell, and I knew it would be so.
I kind of like the idea, briefly, that this ghost was possessing Canderous, given what we saw right there in that little clip. That'd be kind of a neat way to do the Sith and or Jedi ghosts communicating with the living. What do you mean by those we had betrayed?
Our Jedi Masters. Those who had taught us to use the Force. Who warned us against the dark side. Yet we embraced it in secret, reveled in its power. We were discovered? Or did we act? I can no longer remember. But here is where we came, to hide, to grow, and here we fell.
What can you tell me of this place?
Our temple, our tomb, built far from our enemies. We revered power and threw off the teachings of our old masters. We were not the first to fall to the dark side, but we had more power than those before us. It came from elsewhere.
What do you mean? Came from where?
Our oldest secret. Only we would know, we lords. Only we would know where our power came from.
Tell me the secret.
I cannot, human. It is a secret of so long ago, I no longer remember. You, who bristle with the Force, you must find this place. Or have you? Or did you? Or will you? So many images. I see your heart, human Jedi. I see your power, your pride. You will find the old place, the dark place, and you will regret it.
Why? What is at this place?
So much power, it is blinding. I remember so little.
Were you a Sith Lord from ancient times?
Ancient? Has it been so long that you use the word ancient? I have been here so long, so lost. I cannot remember. We were the first to rebel, to betray, to surrender ourselves to the dark side. So strong, we thought, so wrong.
How did you fall? What happened?
We hid from the Jedi, but it was not they who destroyed us. Is it not obvious what we did?
They killed themselves?
We destroyed each other. We desired the secrets of each other to increase our power. We battled until finally our fortress rained down on top of us. And so, here, our old secret is buried, and none of us hold it anymore. Is that not right? Our power fled. Oh, what became of us? Do the Sith still thrive? Did they ever return?
The Sith have thrived, and are more powerful than ever.
So much time has passed, and yet we have learned nothing.
I actually thought Ajunta Paul here, I'm remembering a little bit about this now. I thought that he told us about the actual teachings of the Sith and the real meaning of their code. I guess I'm thinking of the MMO and not this game. The MMO's story, by the way, was phenomenal. I really liked all of the different way the story's played out for all the characters in that game. They did a wonderful job on the writing there. Voice acting was also fantastic. The secret. Is it the star map?
I do not remember. A map? Perhaps it is a map. But it has not been buried with me. All I have now is my sword. My sword. I filled it with my pride, and it is buried with me now. A corpse, as I am a corpse. I am dead as my faith is dead. And I shall remain here, surrounded by blackness in death as in life.
I need this sword you speak of.
Of course you do. You seek my power. Will it destroy you as it did me? I wish my sword to be taken away from here. I do not wish it to rot away as I had. I command this of you.
Fine, I will gladly take it out of here.
There are 3 blades within my sarcophagus. Only one is truly my sword. But it has been so long, I do not remember which. Find the sword that is mine and place it on the statue. If it is truly mine, then it is yours.
And if the sword isn't yours?
Then you must die. This is how it must be.
How will I know which sword it is?
I do remember one thing of my sword. Listen to me carefully. I am that which grips the heart in fright, hearkens night and silences the light. It was written of my sword long, long ago. Go then, find my sword and place it on the statue.
So it's darkness or blackness. So let's take a look at the swords we picked up. Silver-lined sword. This blade is long and straight and sparkles with a silver glow that becomes brighter as the hilt is touched. It is quite warm, and it almost appears that the blade becomes white hot once it is equipped. Such a fiery sword would be devastating against an unarmored opponent. A small insignia of a flame is impressed upon the hilt. Nothing special about it stat-wise. The vibro sword. Like most vibro blades, this weapon lets off a dim humming sound once activated. Its knife shimmers with a deep blue-colored force field, and its hilt is the black of charcoal. A single insignia upon the hilt shows that of a red, baleful eye. This could be it. Notched steel sword. The blade of this sword is an ebony black and notched along its length to give it a cruel and jagged appearance. There's a strange visual effect upon the sword which makes it seem as if the shadows pulse and ebb along its surface. It's very cool to the touch, and upon close inspection, a small insignia of a dark circle can be spotted on its hilt. That's the one. That's gotta be it. I'm not even gonna quick save. We're gonna place the notched sword into the statue's hand. The sword sets itself in the stone as if it belongs there.
Yes, that is the one. That is the blade that destroyed me. Take it. Take it and the other blades even. Take them and go. My darkness awaits me.
I want to know more. No, let's not pester him. I'll go then.
Be at peace.
Oh, okay. We got the sword back. Is that true? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and leave. That was not so difficult in the end. Really weird how the game glitched out early on. But all's right with it now. I wonder what the lever did. Alright, well, let's bring this back to Master Uthar and see if we then have the necessary prestige that he'll allow us into the temple. If not, then I don't know what we have to do next. We'll wander around the Sith Academy a bit. Maybe we have to eliminate the other students. Right? One has already bowed out of it, but we have the... Oh, alright. Here's another Sith student. Hello, Sheridan. We also have the girl, Lashao, to deal with.
I saw you come in here, and I rather figured you'd make it all the way to the sarcophagus. Good to see I wasn't wrong.
Sheridan, what do you want?
Isn't it obvious? I've been hoping that someone would do the dirty work in retrieving the sword of Ajunt Paul for some time. It's been quite a wait. Now that you have it, I just thought I'd relieve you of it. It must be quite a burden after all.
I don't know what you're talking about. What sword?
Nice try. I may not know what the sword looks like, but I'm no gullible fool. I'm not about to pass up a chance to impress Master Uthar. I may like you well enough, but being a Sith is all about taking chances when the moment is right. So make it easier on both of us. Hand over the sword.
Alright, just let me get it out.
Fine. No tricks, though. I'm watching you.
Let's give him not this notch steel sword. Give him the silver-lined sword.
See? I knew you and I could work this out. I imagine I'll be rewarded well for this. You'll do fine, I'm sure. Another time.
Poor Sheridan. So I don't actually understand, Sheridan's motivation. Well, actually, I understand motivation perfectly well enough, but I don't understand his act here. If I wanted to kill him, we easily could. I don't think he'd be a match for all three of us. So, since we gave him the fake sword, let's now double back and see about giving Master Uthar the real one. I wonder if we'll actually get to witness Sheridan's destruction from Master Uthar. I'm going to imagine he will not be very happy about his time being wasted. If nothing else, I think he'll be punished. Not Master Uthar, but Sheridan. And probably rejected from becoming a Sith. And then I guess... Well... Then I think we'll go and talk with the Thura Ban. If we don't have enough prestige, and maybe she'll be able to help us a little bit with what we might need to do. Or give us a hint as to what else we have to do. You can't... Can you, like, steal the key to the last tomb of Nagasado and avoid all of this? I wonder. Game looks great, by the way. The mod, the high resolution of it, this is great. The game still looks really good to me today, like in this day and age. And I really like the artwork they did here on Korriban as well. This is really amazing. Playing modded versions of the game gives me a chance to really appreciate the amount of work that the modders put into restoring the game to make it look as great as it had originally. I mean, well, better than how it looked like originally, right? Since I think this game was limited to 1024 by 1020. No, it was what was the resolution again? 1200 by 1024, I think, or by 800. It's been a long time now since I've played any game on a super low resolution. Oh, there's Sheridan.
Ah, What is this you bring me, Shardan?
It is none other than the sword of Ajunta Paul, Master.
Fool. All the trouble you went through for your deception, and you did not even make an effort to verify the sword's authenticity.
Master, what do you mean?
There is no place for fools amongst the Sith. Begone.
Yeah! Well, this is kind of what I expected. I was actually hoping Uthar Wynn would let him go, though. Sorry about that, Shardan.
Greetings, young one. You have done very well for yourself so far. Continue, and your promise shall be fulfilled.
Oh! The droid is another thing we can tell him about. Okay. I have the sword of Ajunta Paul.
Ah, finally, the genuine sword. I knew that this relic would be unearthed in time. I can feel the power flowing through it. Well done. You have impressed me greatly. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
I'll be on my way.
You have gained considerable prestige. You are very close to the end. Do not falter now.
Let's quick save.
Greetings, young one.
I dealt with the rogue droid in the tombs. I didn't realize this was the thing he actually wanted it destroyed. I thought he wanted it reprogrammed. Can that other guy stop listening in on our conversation, please? It's a private conversation, sir.
Yes, so I hear. I've had reports from some students that ventured into the tomb after you left and found the parts. Well done. I am impressed. You have rid us of a potential nuisance. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
How do I gain prestige, then, Master Uthar?
Oh? It is no more complicated than I said. Perform impressive deeds, or bring me a suitably valuable artifact from the Valley of the Dark Lords. Really, however, you should seek out Euthura and get her advice. She is your trainer, after all, yes?
I want to know some more about you, Master Uthar.
You wish to know more about me, do you? And why would I indulge your idle curiosity? Will we be good friends, you think? I strived many years to hone my power, until I was able to drive out my predecessor and rule the Academy. If you are smart, you will aim to do the same, or better. There is nothing else you need to know. Do not ask again, young one.
Very well. I'll be on my way.
You have gained considerable prestige.
Alright, I don't know what to do next. So, Lasho is still alive. I'm assuming we can talk with her, and maybe either kill her. I just don't want to just flat out kill her right here, though. That seems a bit... Well, maybe that is a bit Sith-like, but I don't think that's what we probably need to do. And there she is. Let's talk with Euthura instead, and we'll see what she might have another hint for us as to how we go about gaining prestige. Maybe she can put in the last word with with Master Uthar, and then we don't have to do anything else.
So you managed to kill Shardan, did you? Good news travels quickly. Well done. He wouldn't have made a good Sith anyway. One less opponent is an excellent result, regardless of how it occurs, correct? Now then, something you needed.
I want to know more about these ruins on the surface.
I have been involved in the work there over the last couple of years, but not often. Most of the excavating is left to the students. What did you wish to know?
Is there any way into the tomb of Nagasado?
Not unless you are accompanied by Master Uthar, no. It is strictly forbidden. And I truly doubt you could bypass the doors to the tomb with anything less than ship blasters. Even then, perhaps.
There's no other way inside.
None. I do not even know how Master Uthar gains entrance, to tell the truth. Though I look forward to discovering that fact. I have searched many times, so do not bother. There is no other way. Do not fret, however. Simply get the prestige you need, and you will see the tomb soon enough.
Why are the Sith so interested in these ruins?
We could learn much about the history of the ancient Sith. Why they were on Korriban and why they left. Perhaps we could learn more about the origin of the Force itself. With that knowledge could come great power.
I have heard enough.
As you wish.
So how do I get more prestige?
You must impress Master Uthar. Go to him with news of your deeds, or artifacts you have discovered. I would suggest you talk to the other prospective Sith, and find one you can gain an advantage with. I believe Lasho would be an excellent choice. She is too trusting. I have little doubt you could talk her into letting you help her somehow. Just make sure it is you who gains the advantage, not her. Be ruthless if you must. That is the only thing that will impress Uthar. The only other idea I can suggest to you is that you head into the Valley of the Dark Lords on the surface. There are ancient ruins there which can be explored. It's possible you might find some artifacts or information in them which would please Uthar. It's difficult to say for certain.
All right. I'll be going.
You are very close to succeeding. Work quickly.
Okay, so sure enough, we do have to talk with Lashao. Give me a few seconds, everyone, though. I'll be right back. I gotta take some medicine. Alright, sorry about that. So... well, I guess while we're here, let's explore more of... more of this, the academy itself. We haven't been down every single hallway yet. Ah, mission?
Huh?
Be so kind as to open this up for us?
Gotcha. Simple.
Nothing really that's worth it in there, but we'll
Yes?
sell it for a handful of credits. It's not like the Sith are going to put those to good use, and maybe by taking those weapons, we'll prevent someone else from using them. Hello, I don't believe we met before, Kel Alguin.
Oh, hello. I don't remember seeing you here before. My name is Kel Alguin.
Is something wrong?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Yes, my master always says I'm too trusting, too willing to show weakness. You're a Sith, so I really shouldn't, you know.
But I'm not a Sith yet.
Oh, I know that. I mean, you aren't yet, but you intend to be. I mean, you're just like everyone else here.
And you're not?
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
Well, how did you mean it then?
I shouldn't trust you. I can't trust you. Can I?
Sure you can.
I just don't feel I belong here. I thought maybe I did at first, but now, I don't know. I just have so many doubts.
If it doesn't feel right, then perhaps you don't belong here.
But where would I go then? What would I do?
Leave, obviously. You're not ready to be a Sith. You'll wind up dead.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll go and tell Master Uthar that I'm not ready for this. Maybe it won't be so bad. Thank you.
Oh, that's not what I would do. No, don't. No. Oh, poor Kel. That's not what you should do. It's not what you should do. Oh, well. Alright. Well, he's gonna be killed. We've already talked with Mikkel, so I guess we'll talk with Lashao now. Actually, let's investigate the passage that's a little past her first. She's really busy doing her research. I'm surprised that well, actually, yeah, I am kind of surprised that they decided not to just go out into the ruins immediately and try their hands at the tombs. I guess they are really, really super dangerous. Then again, there's also only one of them each, right? We've got an army. Well, an army, but we have 2 friends with us.
You? I remember you from the colony. I can't believe you actually made it into the academy.
I remember. Oh. You're trying to become a Sith as well?
Just figured that out, did you? It just so happens that I have a surefire way of pulling ahead in this little contest of ours. You don't really have a chance.
And why is that?
I found an artifact that will impress Uthar far more than anything you could ever scrounge up. I'll win for sure.
Why haven't you brought it to Uthar yet?
I don't have it just yet. I'll get it when I'm good and ready.
It's guarded, isn't it?
So what if it is? I'll get it eventually, regardless. Nothing good comes without a bit of a fight. That's the Sith motto, more or less.
Maybe I could help you get it?
I suppose I could use some help. The artifact I know of certainly won't be easy to take. But why should I work with you?
Oh, because I've always wanted to work with a beautiful woman.
Flattery, is it? I suppose it's possible that Master Uthar could award both of us prestige. We'd be ahead of the others, for sure. Unfortunately, the holocron lies in the gullet of a Tukata mother. I can arrange for us to meet her, but you're going to have to help me in putting her down. That makes sense to you? Go into the valley when you're prepared enough. I'll be amongst the central pillars near the north end.
And apparently it's a holocron. Alright? I'll see you there.
Remember, the central pillars in the valley. I'll be waiting, so don't take too long.
Well, let's just go there right now. No reason not to. And I think with Lashelle incapacitated after this, because we're probably going to betray and kill her, then we'll have eliminated all the other contestants. No one else will desire to become a Sith, right? Mikkel is bowing out. Chardon is dead. And Lashelle is about to be defeated. I'm gonna feel a little guilty. So whenever I play any game, I don't generally like playing someone who backstabs someone else. I feel really dirty whenever I do it. It's just a video game. It doesn't matter, obviously, but I still feel bad about it. I can't do it. I think I talked about this briefly before, but in every game I've played, I tend to play characters the same way, more or less, and I tend to play like it's someone, a good guy. Sometimes they lean a little bit towards neutrality, but I'm never really outright mustache-twirling evil. Planescape Torment is one such game where if you want to be incredibly evil, you really can be. The game lets you do some pretty amazingly horrific things to your companions. But I've never been able to bring myself to do it. Whenever I play the game, I always play the game the same way, exactly the same type of character every single time. Every time. I can't bring myself to be so mean. Quick save. Alright, so Lashelle said she'd be standing at the north end. It's gonna be down here. And by the pillars. So she must be on the far side. This is an absolutely beautiful view. I really like this. Playing this game does make me want to fire up the old Republic again. How much they've changed. I've heard the companions no longer have any equipment on them that you have to manage. That's how I made a lot of my money in that MMO ages ago. Every one of my characters could craft something a little... could craft the different things you're allowed to craft. One person made lightsabers, another made armor, another made... consumables? There were consumables in the game, if I recall correctly. It's been... another person made modifications. It's been a long time, though. 5, 6, 7 years since I last played the game.
There you are, finally. If you were any later in showing up, we would have had to abandon this. I've been calling to the Tukata mother in their language. She should respond fairly... Ah, here she comes now. Get ready. This will not be easy. She's a tough beast.
Well, I'm glad you decided to wait until, you had described her before she decided to actually, kill us. Alright. We'll have you focus on her, Canderous. Mission, you'll help Jun focus on the other ones.
Wonderful. The beast is dead. We work better together than I would have hoped. And here is the holocron. Such a small thing to be so valuable and require so much effort to obtain. I'll just run along now and give this to Master Uthar. I'll be sure to tell him of your contribution, naturally.
I think we'll go to Master Uthar together.
Forget it. I'm not waiting up for you. That wasn't our plan anyway.
Well, then I guess that's changed. Give me the holocron.
You're not getting the holocron. This was my idea. The plan was that I take it back, not you.
Oh, no. That's not the way it works. The plan was we both get credit.
Back off. I'm warning you. I'm not giving this up.
Well, then, I'm just gonna have to take it from you.
Over my dead body.
That's the plan. Look at her winding up with the sucker punch. That is awesome. Oh, no, she didn't. She was putting her lightsaber away, and we took her in the face. I'm so sorry, Lashelle. I'm so sorry. All right, so let's choke her. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no!
Pay.
I apparently can't. I can't slow her. Okay, she's immune to blaster fire. Do I have any...
Huh?
I think she might be bug, actually. We're not damaging her at all. I don't see any shield activated on her, either.
What?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Oh my gosh, she's choking us all to death! Someone please help us kill her. Alright, let's attack. Master Sniper shot a few times.
What?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, she's not taking any damage at all. Interesting. I guess this is bugged as well. Yeah, this is bugged. Alright, I'll be back, everyone. Alright, everyone. She is invulnerable. I cannot do any damage to her, and I don't think it's a story-related...
For the Sith!
I don't think it's story-related, the reasons why she can't be injured. I don't think it's plot armor. I think it's just bugged. So, I was looking up online how to get other prestige from here, and there is another way we can get some. There's two, but we've missed one of them already. We could have told Yuthra Ban about the Sith that we allowed to leave. We could have told her. We could have told her that he was actually having these thoughts, and that would have given us some prestige. But there's another way we can get prestige up here. There is a prisoner, and we will be torturing that prisoner. Now, I read up about how to do this as well, so the unfortunate part, everyone, is that this isn't going to be blind. The good news is that we should hopefully win. We should hopefully be victorious is the wrong word as well, we will hopefully be able to convince this Mandalorian prisoner to spill the beans about where a weapon cache is after injecting him with different dosage of truth serum.
Maybe you can do better than I. This Mandalorian is proving more resistant than I expected.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get him to tell us where his weapon cache is hidden. So far, all the serum combinations I'm using are proving ineffective. If I bring his drug threshold too high, he'll go into shock and be useless. Too low, and he just refuses to talk. It's been maddening.
I'll have a go.
Fine, go then. I must know where his weapon cache is.
Oh, I thought I said I'll have a go, not I'll go.
Don't bother me. I'm trying...
Do you want me to try it?
Certainly. Just don't kill him or send him into shock. He's supposed to be questioned, not executed. If you manage to get the location of his cache out of him, it'll save me a lot of trouble. Up to you.
The Mandalorian is imprisoned and cannot respond.
We itanan dayata. What are you ma wama huhu nandetik? Shatung patoga. What?
Tell me where your weapon cache is.
Puna.
Activate the serum console. So let's apply a high dosage to start.
Natipon ng kudu jijiba. Achuta. Wonga kun bistolpi kikuyana.
Tell me where the weapon cache is.
Puna.
Activate the serum console. Let's give him a moderate dosage.
Tune podo. Rananu prata donko. Achuta. Wonga kun bistolpi kikuyana.
Tell me where it is anyway.
Puna.
Activate the serum console. Let's apply a small anti-serum.
Achuta. Wonga kun bistolpi kikuyana.
Tell me where the weapon cache is.
Puna.
Activate the serum console. So let's... I actually don't know what the numbers, what the dosages do. I should have looked up more information about exactly how to do this puzzle. Let's inject a small dosage again.
Tune podo. Rananu achuta. Wonga. Mucha donga ya folke. Chachiska da punta casa pupaka. Bana octo.
Yes, I heard that. Excellent job. Thank you for locating the cache. Naturally, I would see you rewarded, but I would prefer that everyone believe that I extracted the information.
Yes, normally I would do what anyone would normally consider fair, even slightly, but instead I'm going to tell you my evil plan. By the way, I'm a Sith and thus an asshole. I'm not going to let you get away with this.
Oh? I suppose one would need to be alive to go running to Master Uthar to report the location of the cache, wouldn't they? Does that mean that you're ready to battle a true Sith then? Shall we make an issue of it?
Let's go.
Ha!
We'll start by choking them. We'll flick them. Throw the lightsaber, and then we'll engage in melee. Oh, that sucks! Being choked to death.
What? Take that! Take that! Huh?
What?
Well, poor guy. To the victor, the spoils. All right. I think that is all we need to do. And I think this will give us the prestige we need to enter the Tomb of Nagasato. So let's talk with Master Uthar. Hopefully I'm right. If I'm wrong, then we need more prestige, and that means we do have to talk with Lashao. I might have to try to find a cheat or something so I can instantly kill her. We will see.
Greetings, young one. You have done very well for yourself so far. Continue, and your promise shall be fulfilled.
I see that you only got one earful of our conversation last time, sir, and now you're standing directly between us. I know the location of the Mandalorian prisoner's weapon cache.
You do? That is most interesting. Where might that be?
It is hidden within a trapdoor on his ship.
How ironic that I recently had his vessel scrapped for parts then. I had assumed it had been thoroughly scanned. Apparently not. Still, you have done well in bringing me information that others could not unearth on their own. I am impressed. You have impressed me enough, by my estimation, to become a Sith in full. Congratulations, young one. You have bested the others quite completely. You have but one final test which you must take, and this requires us to travel to the tomb of Nagasado, in the Valley of the Dark Lords. I would advise you to be rested and equipped before we leave. Return to your quarters now and seek me out in the morning. When you return, make sure that you have all you will need, for you will face your test alone. Go, and may the Force serve you well.
Everyone, I'll be right back again. I'm just gonna let this run really quick. I guess gotta use the bathroom really quick. Hey everyone, sorry. That took a bit longer than I thought it was going to take. And this video, we've actually been playing for close to an hour. I've been playing for more like an hour and a half with all the problems so far. So we're going to talk to Lotaeri Ban, and then we'll wrap up this episode. We'll do the Tomb of Nagasado in the next one.
What are you doing here? Go back to Uthar and tell him you are ready to take your final test. Our moment is at hand. Go.
Alright. Crap. I thought there was maybe something else you wanted us to do, but apparently not. Alright, everyone. So, I'll see you all in the next episode, where we will handle the Tomb of Nagasado. I don't remember anything about it. I think we go in there, it's pretty much a big battle between us, Lotaeri Ban, and Master Uthar, with us teaming up with Lotaeri Ban, and then I think she betrays us. So we'll see that in next episode. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you then.